Hello everyone, it's The Creative Chris. I'm back again. Look at this, we're a week in. We've got, after today, we will have 7 days done, so that's one full week. Like, where is the time going? Like, how fast is this month going to go for us? Today we're going to work on section 7. First off, I want to say thank you very much for joining me, my subscribers. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Like, share, do all the things. Thank you to those who are watching and commenting. Appreciate it. We are going to work on this today, and it is looks like a pretty nice section we have there. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get right into it. It's like early in the morning. Well, not early, but like, early for me on a Sunday. Say it's 9:45. So I'm doing this early today because I have to go to a potluck. So I've got the stuff in the oven for that. That's already done. I got up at 7:30 this morning, put that in the oven. I put the things together last night, and I went to bed, and I woke up about an hour later and needed to go to the washroom. And I was up and down all night. Like, I was back and forth to the washroom most of the night. Like, it was a really funny night. I don't know why. Maybe because I drank too much cranberry juice before I went to bed. I did have some cranberry juice before bed last night, so I was thirsty, and that's what I had in the house. So that's what I did. And I went out to with some friends last evening. Well, a friend, I should say. I went over to my friend's house last evening, and we watched 3 episodes of Game of Thrones. That was good. We're up to season 5 now, so we're about halfway through. Now, I watched some before, but I gave up watching. And now I'm back into it. It's really, really good. We have also watched House of the Dragon. I don't know if you've watched that one, or if that's something that you're into even, but House of the Dragon is really good. I'm also watching Yellowstone. I've watched season 1, part of season 2 so far, and I've watched the prequels for that. The 1883, 1923, I've watched those as well. They're really good. They are very good. So thank you to the ones who've commented about the multiplacing. You guys prefer to multiplace vertically as well, so don't feel like I'm such a fool now. So, because I find that vertically it is lining up a little bit better. It's lining up all that much better for me. If it'll come off the placer. So I'm learning some new things. Even after all this time of diamond painting, I'm still learning some things, which is pretty freaking cool. All right, I gotta pause for a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, let's continue on. I may have jumped a little bit there. I paused and I went away, and then I came back, and now it's like it might have jumped just a little tiny bit. But that's okay. You don't mind. It's only a split second for you. It was a couple of minutes for me. So, what else did I do yesterday? I didn't do a whole lot yesterday. Went to the market. I told you about that yesterday, though, because I was already at the market before I did the diamond painting. I started making another mitten, and I have one getting close to being completed. I'll finish that one today, probably after I get this bit done. I can work on the mitten for a little while before I have to go to the potluck this afternoon. And yeah, that's about all the news. And I'm only, what, 5 minutes in the video and I've got everything said. Let's talk about this painting. It came from Craft Pack Canada, wonderful Canadian company, promoting them completely. And this was a PR canvas. They sent it to me for free. I did not pay for it. I would have, but I didn't. I've been doing the Advent series now. This is 3 years, so I've done the Advent calendar all 3 years that they've done it. They've only been doing the Advents for 3 years. I did the calendar all 3 years. So the first year I reached out and I asked if I could record it, put it on my YouTube channel, and promote them. And Krista was like, yes, please do so. So I did that, gave some suggestions on what it should look like for the next year. She's so open to all the feedback, it is crazy. So yeah, we worked together to get a better product next year. And this year, we've got very similar to last year, but not exactly the same, of course. The picture is different. So this is definitely like a rooftop here. So I'm thinking I would probably call this image, maybe, if I'm naming images here, I might call it Silent Night, because this looks like it would be a outdoor image at night, and I would probably call it Silent Night. I don't know what it would be called. It's just called a Adobe stock image. It's a Max 888. Max 888 Adobe stock image. Now I don't know if you did a Google search on that what you would find. I didn't bother because I'm not I don't want to cheat. You know? So yeah. I'm sure if you Googled, you might be able to find something that is in the realm of possibility of a Max 888 Adobe stock. You might even find the image. I don't know. I'm not going to go looking for it. What is going on here? Oh no, that's right. That's the right one. It looked like the symbol didn't look right to me for some reason. Probably because I'm a little bit blind this morning. Or every morning for that fact, I guess. All is well here. I'm hearing the crows now out in the yard. Crows are amazing. I don't know if you know, but they have facial recognition. Like they have a 5-kilometer range, so they live in a very small area. Like they'll live in that range for their whole life, and they recognize people's faces. Now, I knew this, so because I watched a show on TV one time where they were doing like some studies and stuff on crows, and they put on masks and walked out, and the crows went mad because they didn't recognize who was walking by, kind of thing. It's amazing. So when I moved in here, I heard crows. I would walk out my door, and the crows would make their sounds. They would caw. And I didn't put it together, but they didn't recognize me. So some days I walk out, and they, like, if there's any crows around, they will just, like, call. They'll do their crow calls, and other crows are coming. And I'm like, oh, because they don't recognize me. They're wondering why I'm there. So, yeah, they're smart. Very intelligent birds. So I've noticed it less and less lately because I guess they're getting used to seeing me. Getting used to seeing me coming and going. And they don't do their calls as much. But they're up in the backyard, like, not my backyard, but up in the backyard next door, Joanne's backyard. And there's one there with one leg. And he comes around all the time. One of the regulars. They have a name for him, but I don't know what the name is. But he's been coming there his whole life. So, yeah, they've made friends with them. And they're Eddie's friends. The crows are. So he feeds birds and stuff. They're very, very much animal people, which is very good. Like, I mean, they have cats. They have dogs. There's Mama. She's saying hi to us all this morning and wishing us a good morning. Mama's wishing us a good morning. Good morning, Mama. Where am I? I gotta line you up here. There you are. Just to make sure you're in frame. Now, you're probably not in the middle of the frame, but that's not gonna be always working for me. The tripod I have is not the best. I have two, and one is broken. The first one I got was broken, and this one is not great either. They're not expensive, and I can't get ring lights at all. Like, I get ring lights and they break on me. So, oh well. I just got the flash on the camera this morning, on the phone this morning, because the lamp that I have was casting too much light, and I was casting too much shadow. So I didn't want to do that. This is casting a lot of shadow too, but I can see what I'm doing, and you guys can see the canvas, and there's not too much glare, hopefully, for you. So, as long as I can see and you can see, we're golden. You got to put a drill on the pen, Chris, if you're going to place it on the canvas. It don't work unless you put a drill on. That's the only wrong thing you can do in diamond painting, and when you're placing the drills, is not pick up a drill. You know what I mean? Like, get with the program here. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You can do it. You really can. Alright, Cheeto. Okay, here we go. And this one is down here. I always get confused because I want to grab not symbol 2, but the number 2. The number 2 is symbol B. Yeah, I get confused sometimes. The blonde hair. I'm allowed to say that because I am blonde. I say I have a blonde moment. I'm blonde, but I'm not dumb. I'm not a dumb blonde. And what would hair color have to do with intellectual ability anyway? Absolutely nothing. Just because I'm blonde don't mean I'm dumb. But I do rather enjoy some blonde jokes because I'm allowed to tell them because I'm blonde. It's not insulting to me because I know I'm not stupid. I'm like Dolly Parton. When Dolly Parton said, she said, what was it she said? I know I'm not dumb. I know I'm also, so I also know I'm not blonde. So that put them in their place. So you can tell all the dumb blonde jokes you want to. She said, I know I'm not dumb. I also know I'm not blonde. So, but her wigs are blonde. She might not be naturally, but her wigs are definitely blonde. And it's something you'll never see her without. She goes to bed with a full face of makeup. Did you know that? Something happens in the middle of the night. She says she's not getting caught without makeup on. I think that's crazy. On to the next one. My camera is not straight. There we go. Yeah, here. As long as you're framed, I'm good with it. I have something on my ear and it's really bugging me. I don't know what it is. Don't you dare go flying. The tray almost went flying on me and I would have had to pick up all of these drills. That would not have been fun. No, not at all. All right, let's get these placed before the tray decides that it wants to fly away. I can confidently say I've been good. I didn't spill any drills on this one so far. So, well, I did on the canvas. Like I tipped over one of my containers, but I didn't spill them all over the floor. Like they didn't go flying across the room, like I normally do with some of the things that I'm working on. It just goes flying across the room, as if it has a mind of its own and wants to go for a little adventure. Goes for a little fly. There. This one is confetti heavy as well. This particular section. This canvas is very, very much confetti. Very much confetti. I like it. So I like me a bit of confetti. I like a little bit of color block sometimes too, but the confetti is really good. Symbols are nice and clear for the most part. There are a couple that are a little bit blurry. But the way to combat that is take a picture of the symbol with your camera, with your phone, or your tablet, or whatever device you have, and then just zoom in on it. Zoom right in, and it'll make it look like it'll clear it up enough that you'll be able to see it. So just zoom right in. I do that sometimes with my canvases. Zoom in on the pictures, and I'm like, oh, zoom in on the symbols. I'm like, yep, that's what it is. I hope everyone is having a good Sunday so far. The weekends are so busy. I wish that I just had a weekend where I could just sit back, relax, and not do anything. So this Sunday there's no movie. I'm not going to a movie this Sunday because I normally go with Joanne and she's recovering. She's recovering very well. I was talking to her yesterday. She's doing very well. So I'm not going to go to movies without her because we normally like the same movie, and if I go to see it and she don't go to see it, well, then that would be like a slight. I'm not going to do that to her. I would never do that to her. She wouldn't do it to me. Nope. If there's something that I want to see that she don't want to see, then, well, that's a different story. Most of what I like, she likes. Now, she enjoys a good horror movie sometimes, and I'm not a horror fan at all. I just find that they're too stupid. Stupid horror movie. So, yeah. Now, I gotta find something to eat when I'm done with this, because I gotta eat before I go out this afternoon. Now, this whole potluck thing, let me explain. I gotta eat before I go to potluck. And you're like, Chris, why are you eating before you go to the potluck? Right? You're gonna eat there. Yes, I'm gonna eat there. But there's a church service before the potluck. So the potluck, I go there for 1 o'clock. The potluck don't technically start until like probably around 3-ish. By the time the church service is over and everything gets all set up and everyone gets everything ready for the potluck and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, yeah. So it's going to be like 3 or a little bit around there by the time I get to eat. And that's no good. I need to eat before that. So I will eat before I go. Well, I'll have like a light lunch, we'll say, at around 11:30-ish. I'll probably make a sandwich or something like that. And I'll eat that, and then I'll get ready to go to the potluck. And then we'll enjoy. And we'll probably overindulge there a little bit too, because that's what you do when there's all kinds of different foods around. But the funny thing is, they always say guests go first. And I mean, it's the polite thing to do, of course. And then they look at me and they're like, you're not a guest anymore. I'm like, okay, so everybody else gets to go before me? They get guests go first, and then there's mothers and children go. And I usually have a child on my arm, so I'm like, okay, can I go now? And they're like, no, you're not a mother. I'm like, crap. So I give the mother the child, and I usually end up with like a child sitting on my lap while I'm eating. It's like, I don't know. There's a lot of children there, and they all love me for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why children are like attracted to me. Like they all come and they want to give me hugs and kisses and just be like, probably because I'm foolish like my dad. My dad was a kid magnet. Like every kid loved him, and he loved children. So maybe that's the reason why. Last week when my brother was here, we went to the dollar store, and there was a couple of kids there with their mother, of course. One was in the cart, and the other one was like walking next to the cart. She was older. I think she's like 3 or something, she said. But of course, I noticed the kid, and I'm like, what a cute little boy. And then I see the little girl, and I said, you're beautiful. And her mom says, what do you say? And she said, thank you. I said, no. When somebody says you're beautiful, you look up and you say, I know. And the mom laughed. I said, what's your name? So she told me her name. I said, what's your brother's name? She told me his name. And she was showing me her coat and her shirt, and her jacket was pink, her shirt was pink. I said, is pink your favorite color? And she said, yes. And she said, what's your favorite color? I said, my favorite color is orange. And she told me her brother's favorite color is orange as well. He's 17 months old and he's drawn to orange. And he was smiling and laughing, and when we were leaving, he put his hand up and he waved by, and it was just like, okay, so these kids, like, it was almost like they knew us forever. They were so cute. Like, they just, we could have taken them and went on with them. They would have been fine. And Mom was standing there, she was laughing with us and stuff like that, and she was talking to us. Never ever seen them before. Probably will never ever see them again. But that's the thing, like, kids are, I guess, they know who's good to them, if that makes any sense. That they know who's safe. Because I would never hurt a child in any way, shape, or form, and I think anybody who would hurt a child does not deserve to be living a free life. You know what I mean? So I had grand time chatting with little babies. Now when I go over there today, there's going to be kids there when I get there, and they're going to come running. And they're going to want hugs and all that stuff. Now one, she's a little bit shyer, but when her brother and sister come running, she will come too. Like, she'll come running then too. But she knows me now. Like, she wasn't that bold before when I used to go. But now that she knows me, she's like a little bit more bolder. She comes up and she sits with me and stuff now. But the kids are very busy there. Like, they're running around all the time, and yeah. They're sweet little kids. The little kids are sweet. They range in age from like 1 to 7 or 8 or 7 maybe. I'm not sure how old the oldest one is. He's probably seven. I think he's 7. And the youngest one is 1. Then there's a 2-year-old. And a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old. 2 5-year-olds. And a 7-year-old. That's the ones that are there regularly. They're so sweet. Such sweet little kids. When I get this done, I'm going to go check on the meatballs again. When I got up to do this, I checked on them and they were drying out, so I had to put some more sauce in them. Luckily, I had enough to make another batch of sauce. And I did taste them, and they taste mighty fine. I did Dr. D. So this section is moving along pretty quickly too, even though I'm single placing and it's a lot of confetti. We're like a half hour in. We're doing all right. I can do a little bit of multi-place there though. They don't want to be picked up though. Come on. Oh, oh, you fell off the pen on the way. Not supposed to do that. You're supposed to stick on there and stay there until you hit the glue, until your bum hits the glue. There you go. So the whole top row of drills are done. So I move down to the next row now and see which symbol I need next. And that would be the number 1. Because it's right there. So this one is kind of like the symbols are all just cascading down. So I already did this one and I missed a couple. Again, not uncommon for me. And I know it happens to everyone. I saw one over here. There it is. It happens to everyone. No one gets away with a section without missing one, I don't think. If you do, comment below. Tell me. And then tell me how long it takes you to do your section, because you're stopping and looking for the ones you've missed and examining it so much that it probably takes you 4 hours to do a section. No, I don't mind missing them. It annoys me sometimes, but... And you'll also notice that I put my tray very close to my working area so that I don't have to go back and forth and I don't have so far to travel with my pen. I'll lay my tray over my painting actually. I missed a 2 right there. I'll just lay my lay my tray on the section. And usually if there's like a few drills down here, it won't stick to the surface anyway. So I poured out all of those. I only needed like half a dozen of them. Now the next one is the little house. Like my pills from my back. Little houses. Go. Let's get it on the go here now and get it going. I see some over here that I didn't notice before. Look at that. Here we go and go and go. We're just giving her. It's like everything is just lining this way and this way until we get down to the bottom here where, well, then it's not going to be going like that, but yeah, it seems like everything's just falling, like the symbols are outlining, which is fine, which is fun. You can do that. The next one is all on this side, all on the right side here. There and there. And here. And here. And here. Oops. There. Oh, needs a drill if you're going to place it. You dumbass. Put it on the canvas. You can't put it on the canvas if you don't first put it on the pen. Okie dokie dokie do. I missed a 7 from before. I see it. It's glaring at me now. It's looking right at me. Right there. Now we got the stairs. Let's climb the stairs. I'm pretty sure this symbol might have been on last year's canvas, and it was one that I was having trouble with. I don't know for sure. And I suggested that the font just be reduced a little bit because the drill wasn't covering the symbol properly. And I think it might have been a symbol similar to this one, but it's covering this time around. So I'm thinking that, and I found 2 drills on my canvas. I don't know what color, what symbol they are, so I'm just putting them in my trash bin. That's what I do. But it's covering the symbol this time, so I'm thinking that the font may have been reduced just a little bit for that purpose. Thinking that might have been the problem last year, was the font was a little too large. Excuse me. Oh, there's your earthquake, Teresa. Nice earthquake for you there. It was a good one. Totally unplanned. I never planned them. And it's no good if I do plan them because they wouldn't work out anyway. You would never get a good earthquake if you planned it. Oh, you're upside down. You're a turtle. But my friend Teresa in Australia, she loves her an earthquake. She told me that her house is on a good foundation, so that's good. And she's doing the advent calendar as well. She's enjoying it. She's loving it too. And my friend Lisa is doing it as well. She's commenting on the videos, so she's watching. That's great. Hello, ladies. I hope other people are watching, but you haven't commented. And if you're not a commenter, that's fine. You can just leave an emoji and just let me know that you were here. That'll say that you were here and you watched the video, and I know that you're here, and I can just say thank you to you then too. Well, I appreciate everyone who watches the videos, of course. But if you want to leave an emoji, you can do that. And the emoji would be of your choice. Probably for this video though, leave a Christmas themed emoji. Like something that's gonna fit with the Advent series, of course, because it is a Christmas series. So let's do a Christmas themed emoji if you can find one. Preferably not Santa Claus. Only because he scares the life out of me. He was at the market yesterday and I'm like, nope. All the kids were like, Santa, I want, Santa, I want, Santa, I want. I'm like, you spoiled, rotten little youngster. Yeah. Santa's not going to get you that. Your parents are going to get it for you. You're going to ask Santa for something that's huge and it's going to cost your parents a fortune to get it, and he's going to get all the credit. No, that don't happen. Didn't happen in our house when the kids were small. Like, we'd do Santa gifts for them just because, like, their parents decided that they wanted to do Santa. I'm like, oh God. So the big things would be from us, and the small things would be from Santa. Well, that later years, but there was one year where the big things were from Santa, and I'm like, why is he getting all the credit? You're spending thousands of dollars and Santa Claus is getting credit? No. Nope. If I spend my money on it, I'm getting credit for it. So Uncle got credit on that. Uncle took the credit. But now the kids are, what? Almost 19, almost 23. Yeah, they're growing up. They're grown. They're good boys, though. I like them. I like them. I like being around them. They were raised well by their dad. Give him all the credit. I said hi just a minute ago again, so that means it's 10:30. Well, she's a minute fast for some reason, so I'm gonna have to adjust a little bit to get her slowed down just a little tiny drop. I know what I need to do, because when I moved, like moving the clock around, it takes a little bit then to get the, like, if it's not level on the wall, if it's not, like, if she's leaning a little bit, it'll affect her ability to keep time. And sometimes the pendulum needs to be adjusted because when, of course, the travel was affecting everything. So yeah, it's a finicky clock, but I absolutely love it. So I take the time to make sure that I can get it to work right. Now this one is going to be, excuse me, the H's. I see another one that I missed. I'll pop that one in before I start with the next symbol. You're still in frame, and as you can see, we have Craft Pack right here. Craft Pack, and the maple leaf means Canada. Craft Pack Canada. Lovely little company. They do good things. Oh, there's another earthquake. I got stuck in the cord again. I should break out my other diamond painting and finish it. The one that I work on at Pixie's house. I didn't go to Pixie's last night because Pixie was at her staff party. Pixie had her Christmas party last night. So I didn't get to finish my diamond painting. I only have like one section left, I think. So we'll see how it goes. I might break it out and finish it and then kit up the next one that I'm going to do and just work on it. The next one is going to be a Grinch, I think. I have a Grinch diamond painting and I want to get it done. So I think I might do that one next. Although there's a lot of black in it. Okay, so those two are stuck together by a little string. I got the hiccups. I went to a comedy show in September. Sarah Millican. She's hilarious. She's so funny. And there was a lady sitting behind me. Like before the show started, they were laughing and chatting, and we were doing the same, of course. Everyone was having a bit of a time. And the lady behind me, she was like, "Oh my goodness, I got the hiccups." She said, "How am I going to get rid of the hiccups?" And I turned around and I said, "Hold your breath for 20 minutes. I said, "Take care of everything." She said, "I did that." I said, "No, you didn't." You wouldn't be talking if you held your breath for 20 minutes. She said, "Oh, 20 minutes." She said, "I thought you said 20 seconds. I said, "No, my love, 20 minutes. So hold your breath for 20 minutes. That'll get rid of them. And everything else you got wrong with you." So that was a little bit of a good laugh that we had there. She thought I was hilarious. Could have rushed the stage then and started telling jokes, maybe. I wouldn't do that, though. Oh, there goes a drill on the floor. Because I missed some over in that side. I didn't look, I guess, when I was placing them. Now I'm going to put them in. This diamond painting's telling me something. P-U-B. Maybe I should go to the pub for a drink. No, I don't go to pubs. Do not do that. Nope. I put the lights in my wine glass though. In my wine bottle, I should say. My wine bottles, they have lights in them now. And I have them on top of the fridge. They look really nice there, I must say. They're cute. My nose is runny. Why is my nose runny? And I missed a couple of those there. Oh boy. This one has quite a few coming down this side. No drill on my pen? Come on. Maybe I need to fluff up my adhesive. My putty. That's in my pen. Need to fluff it up. Get it going. Oops. Oh, there's some on the other side too. Don't miss them now. Pay attention to what you're doing. You might not miss them if you pay attention. Daisy, there we go. And there. There's a couple here. Look at this. I'm catching them. They're not multiplying on me. It's good, I think. Nope. One more. I just saw it. Right there. Oh no, there's two. They are multiplying on me. Look at this. Good, I think we're good. We're gonna call that symbol done. And go with this one. Here's a big chunk of trash. It happens. These drills haven't been too trashy, so every now and then we get a little bit. It's not that serious. At all? Nope, there's some over here. Some right there. Now we'll move on to the heart symbol, which is not anatomically correct at all. Does not represent a human heart or the heart of any other creature. We are getting through it. I didn't refresh my putty. I'm going to have to do that. Let's take a second. Refresh this putty. Pull it out, pop it back in, turn it over. That kind of stuff. What symbol am I doing? The heart. There's one there. That's not supposed to be out there in the middle. Fell off the pen. I'm going to need to put new putty in my pen, I think. No, I'm still getting my click. Getting a bit of a click. I just hit the phone with my face. I know. You're probably seeing my head sometimes too, so sorry about that if my head gets in the way. Just shout at me. Try and keep you in frame. Now I'm calling it a flower. I don't know. Would you call that symbol a flower? I'm calling it a flower. I'm calling this one a flower, and they're kind of scattered around here, used as a transition, I guess, between one and the other, because it's kind of like checkerboardy kind of stuff going on here. And I poured out way too many. Didn't need that many at all. They're all done, because it's glaringly obvious with that symbol for some reason. It's a very light symbol on a dark background, and that's the way I like it. So the other ones, if they're black symbol on a slightly dark background, I have trouble picking them out sometimes. I do like a white symbol on a dark background. Really helps with the contrast. It's just like, okay, yeah, pull it through. What is that symbol? That's a J. There was another earthquake. I hit it with my face again. I'm getting too close to the camera. Sorry. I'm sorry. Try not to hit my phone with my face. I'll stay over to the side a little bit more. Do I have them all? I think so. Nope. There's one up there. Right at the top. Not right at the top, but close to the top. We're almost an hour. Yeah, we're going to be a little over an hour again today because of the confetti. It's all because of the confetti. Blame it on the confetti. I don't mind. If you want to come and hang out for a little over an hour, that's all good with me. I am going to need more putty for the next section, because this section here, oh no, see, I said it was glaringly obvious, and I missed right there, right on the edge. Look at that. Didn't look over there. There we go. And I missed a couple of other symbols too. Probably why we're going over the hour. That whole line coming down looks like I missed. It's a pretty blue, cornflower kind of blue. And I know I missed a couple of these in the middle somewhere too, so it's just well for me to put them all in now, and that way I will have it done. I won't have to go back and pick them up later. Here we go. There you are. My belly is rumbling. I'm hungry. Don't roll away. Pen almost rolled off the table again. The pen rolled off a couple of days ago and I thought it was going to snap in half. I was very upset. But it didn't break, so that's good. I've broken so many pens. And I've glued them back together with Gorilla Glue. Because Gorilla Glue works wonders on everything. Yes, I used Gorilla Glue on my pen and it worked. So if you have a resin pen and it breaks in half, you can use Gorilla Glue to put it back together. And if you put it back to, if it's a clean break, You put it back together, you don't even know it was ever broken. Because you pay a lot for these pens. You don't want them to be broken on you after a little while. Now you fell off the pen. See, here is where I'm having trouble because a lot of the symbols are all printed with black. And my putty is giving me trouble. Just hang on a second. I get a little bit more. Just a little refresh. Too much. I think that'll work. I always like dab it with my finger just to get that residue off. Something on this. Something printed on my pen. I don't know what it is. What does it say? Oh, it's a cat-eared. It's a cat-eared tip. I did not know that. Okay then. I didn't know it was a cat-eared tip. Apparently they're supposed to be good tips. Maybe that's why this tip is working for me better. Did not know. Is the other one cat-eared as well? I have nothing written on it. I hear the crows again, and I hit the pen. I hit the camera again. Turn it. All these earthquakes today, Teresa. You should feel very, very special. Every single one of them for you. How's that? How is that? That work for you? Is it working for you? Does it make you feel good? Shake you all about? Give you a good shake. I hear the crows. Probably get fed now. Eddie throws out like food for them, peanuts and stuff. And Pixie's husband does the same thing. He feeds the crows. They all like the crows. I don't mind crows. They're not terrible. I just don't. Growing up, like I didn't like them when they were tearing up our garbage and stuff like that. They dig up our vegetables in the gardens. So you have to teach them a lesson. Sometimes it's a foil pie plate tied to a stick that makes noise to keep them away. Sometimes it's a radio, sounds like people talking, so they tend to stay away. Sometimes it's a little bit of a harsh punishment to keep them away, but they learn after a while that they're not supposed to do that. And I guess they give up then. I think that's the, oh, there's one more. There's one over on this side too. There's not very many of those. There's not very many of these ones either, but I am going to pour them out because there is a few of them around. They come down this side and go to the other side. to do the P. The P symbol is a lot right here, so we'll be able to multi-place those, I guess. Here's the P symbol. We're getting close to the end of this section. Just bear with me. You'll see it done in a few minutes. Unless you skip ahead to the end of the video. Which you can do. I can't. I can't skip ahead because I'm the one doing it. Put those in there. Need 3 for this one. There's only 2. 3. 3 for there. 2 for here. And now we'll do those. And pop these 2 in. And they're done. Didn't take nearly as long as it would have. Come out. Get out of the tray, you. Oh, see this one here, the lid don't fit properly on that container, and I have to be careful every single time. I almost send them flying across the room. Haven't done it yet. Let's hope that I don't. I don't want to be doing that. I missed that one because it was the one I was questioning what the symbol was earlier. There it is. That's all of that one. Let's get the number 8 going. Symbol 8. See? It loosened up on me when I was putting it in. Gotta pause for a second. Okay, I had to get tissue. My nose was runny. I didn't want to leave you while I went and blew my nose. Like these 8s here are kind of like outlining. Putty's flying out of my pen now. I put too much in, I guess. And it stuck to the canvas a little bit. But it'll be fine. Yeah, the crows are really giving it out there this morning. They're very vocal. Apparently there's one that comes around and only has one leg. I think Joanne calls it Hoppy. I'm not sure. They have a name for him. But he's always around. They all have the same family of crows that comes around all the time. Because, like I said, their range is quite small. They don't wander too far away. Like 5 kilometers. Not a huge range for an animal. Are done. We're almost there. There's only a couple of these that need to be put in right there. Come off. the starburst. There it is. There goes Mama. It's 11 o'clock. Or just about. She strikes just before the hour. There she is. She's saying hi. She said it 11 times that time. I missed one. I missed two. I see another one coming at me right there and here. Hope I didn't miss any more. Because the symbols are black on the very similar color background and I just missed them. Let's see how the porcupine meatballs go over today at the potluck. Last time they didn't go over so well because people thought they were actual porcupine. This time I might call them turkey and rice meatballs in tomato sauce. Just because like some people are very literal that attend and I want everybody to think that they're going to be eating porcupine. I mean, porcupine might be good to eat. I don't know. I'm not eating it because it's mammal, and I can't eat it because it's mammal. So they should all know that too. Like they know that I don't eat mammal meat. So they should be like aware that I'm not going to cook it and bring it for somebody else to eat if I don't eat it myself. Just doesn't make any sense. They're a funny bunch they are. It's a very culturally diverse group. And I'm okay with that. I like cultural diversity. I got an itch in my that I can't reach with my fingers. So I use my pen to scratch myself. We're almost there. Some of them are upside down. They're turtles. Remember my cousin. His mom passed away. He came to live with us for a little while. He wanted to be a turtle when he grew up. He was obsessed with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And we used to ask when he was 2. He used to say, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" "A turtle." And I was like, "Oh, okay then." My mom used to put him in the bathtub. She'd take him out. And she wouldn't have him dried off. And he'd be taken off to the house, arms out. "I can fly, I can fly." And Dad would be laughing so much at him. Yeah, he was a character. He could fly, he figured. He thought he could fly. Poor little thing. has 2 little kids of his own now, and they are just like him. His son looks like him when he was a little kid. I'm like, oh my goodness, how much can a child look like their father? And his daughter looks just like her grandmother. And she was born on her birthday. Let's see if we can get these put in real easily here. And one more. One more for good measure. How's that? Itchy. Missed one of those over on this side. Oh, and I missed some A's up there. Look at that. Didn't see those. I heard you telling me. I think do shout at me. There we go. And we got some Y's going here. Almost done. Almost there, almost done. See, time flies when you're having fun. Did we have fun today? Did you have fun? Don't forget to leave an emoji. If you come by, just leave an emoji. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to say where you're from or who you are or anything like that. Just leave an emoji. I'd like to know if you come by and spent a little time with me. Even just a little bit of time. You can leave an emoji. A Christmas emoji. I want a Christmas emoji. Give it a like and a subscribe and a share. Share with your friends. They might like it too. I know the videos are a bit long, but we gotta get the sections done. We can't get the sections done if we don't work on them. How long is it taking you to do your sections? About the same amount of time that's taken me. They are very confetti heavy, so like they're not going to be quick. Not going to be quick sections because of all the confetti. It's round drills. If it was square drills, it would take me even longer. Square drills, I find I'm very, very particular when I'm placing them. And I would be I would be a very long time placing Square drills. Absolutely. One more, and we're done. We're off to the races. So we've got another roof. Looks like a church again. I don't know if this is churches or houses or what it is. If it's churches, there's a lot of churches in this village. I think it's a village scene. That's what I'm going to predict. And I'm going to say it's a village. I still think that's a snowman, but I don't know why the snowman would be as big as the church that's next to it. Unless the church is in the background somewhat. Alright, so we've got section 7 done. Tomorrow is section 8. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's way over on the side over here. It's this one way over here. Down on the... If we zoom out and I lift you up just a little tiny bit. Can I lift you up? Can you see? Yeah. So this is what we have done up here. This section, these sections here are done. These two. Yeah, that's definitely a tree. Oh, that has bubbles on it. So the top of the tree would be about here. I'm thinking. Because this tree has like little bobbles on it. Can't see it when you're like as close to me. That's a chimney. Okay, I'm seeing stuff now. This is a chimney. This is a roof, another roof, and another little roof. This is definitely a church of some sort. Oh, there's a drill. It didn't come out of the section, it was just, it flew away. That is definitely a church of some sort with another roof here. This, I don't know what it is yet. This up here, no, it's not a snowman. It's not a snowman. It's like a little mosque roof kind of thing. It's rounded. It has a point right here. Do you see that now? It's not a snowman. No, it's not a snowman. It's another building of some sort. And down here, lamppost. It's a lamppost. This is the bottom of the lamppost. This is the top of the lamppost. That's a lamppost. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. What do you think? What do you all think? Do you think that could be a lamppost? It's the bottom of the lamppost. Now that I'm looking at it from through the viewfinder, I'm seeing stuff that I didn't see before. Still can't figure out what this is. But I'm excited. This is a lamppost. Pretty sure. Pretty darn sure that's a lamppost. Alright. I will see you tomorrow, now that we've made a few little discoveries here. Alright. You have a great day. I will talk to you soon. Leave your comments. What do you think? Do you agree? Is it a lamppost? Like, subscribe, share. Bye.